Hello, welcome to Cherie's Weight Loss Journey. I wanted to make a recording. Um, I didn't quite uh, want to do it on my way home, but after I came home and took a nap, I decided it would be good for me to make this recording about, you know, some of the things that had happened at work. And yeah. Uh, on my way to work, of course, I was like, there's going to be some blockages that I'm going to have to move around. You know, I got that download, because I couldn't get on the freeway and I had to take a detour. Like, oh, okay. No problems. Okay. So, anyway, I get to work and everything is like going like real groovy. I mean, nicely. Okay. Um, I hit 400 um, picks per hour. And I'm like, oh, yeah, good. Right. But when I was around almost an hour in, um, I started noticing, I was getting the yellow lights and uh, my work was slow coming to me. And I looked around and sure enough, there was, an amnesty worker, less than, 15 feet behind me. And I was like, okay. So I spent several moments, restarting, my system. Okay. And, it takes, oh goodness, it could take like up to five minutes for the system to get restarted. Okay. And so eventually the person that was standing behind me, had to move around. And my thought was, okay, he came up behind me, he slowed the robots down, motherfucker, stop it. Like I said, some of these workers in amnesty are diabolical. Okay? Um, so things was moving, kind of smoothly. I didn't have no problems. I was staying over 350. Wasn't quite, hitting the 400, but I was still at least staying over 350. Um, then I started having these rack light uh, problems, right? And I was like, okay, I ain't wasting time with these totes. I'm just gonna replace them. I'm just gonna keep replacing them, right? And when I replace the totes, that's like at least 5 seconds that gets lost. That's like a whole pick that gets lost off of your time. And I'm like, okay, go harder. So I'm going harder and I'm going harder, right? And then um, I get this telegraphic message. And I'm like, a telegraphic message? What is this? Right? So I'm listening to this telegraphic message that said, hey, do you remember when I told you that none of these people were your friends and that I was going to show you that they weren't your friends? And I'm like, yeah. And he says, well, you see how none of these people were your friends? None of these people were good people, you know. And I was like, okay, you showed me this, but, you know, let me run this scenario, uh, to my guides, right? And, so I'm running this thing, where this information was going down, like, you know, uh, this person considered themselves like 007. Like, you 007, right? You taking down all of these uh disloyal women from the kingdom, you know, and like, oh, okay. So I'm running it by my guides, and my guides was asking me, it was like, well, did you solicit this help from this person? I'm like, no, I did not solicit the help from this person. And so it was like, so then, this self-proclaimed 007 who decided to show you that nobody in your environment was loyal, and he took on the mission of manipulating these people into disloyalty, now wants you to knight him or give him a level up. And I'm like, yeah, it does sound kind of weird, doesn't it? Right? So after a few minutes, you know, this voice came at me saying, okay, so what did you decide? And I said, well, you know, thank you, for showing me the disloyalty, in my community, right? However, you know, you created yourself a job that wasn't solicited. Um, and, uh, we don't pay people for the demise that they create and then correct. We just don't do that here. Um, and it was like I could feel the tower. I could feel the tower because this person had actually thought that they had came up with the words that was going to make me feel that, oh, because they wreaked havoc on all of these people in the community, right? Took out many flames, right? Flames that, you know, shouldn't have been taken out, but were taken out because they was beguiled. They was manipulated. Okay? However, I couldn't give that credit to a person who was a double agent. Okay? A double agent. You were a double agent. You were taking out what subjects in the community and then saying, oh yeah, I did you a favor by taking out the subjects in the community, and now I'm suffering for it. Can you please save me? And I'm like, no. What you did wasn't solicited. You did that on your own accord. That's on you. That's on you. That's on your body. All that blood on your hands, that's on your body. I'm not the one to ask, for any kind of redemption. You need to go to the Most High. And that tower fell. That tower fell hard, and I'm like, it is what it is. Sorry, not sorry. Okay. So then after that, I started getting a bunch more rack light problems, right? So I'm like, okay, I'm not even going to go through this bullshit today, right? I'm trying to get, these Black Friday orders, to their customers. You know, that's my mission and my purpose today. Uh, so I put in an add-on and tell them that I'm having rack light problems. Can you please reset my system, right? I tried resetting it by, signing out and signing in a few times, but I think the whole system needs a reboot, right? So RME, they show up and they have to, give my system a whole reboot, right? This reboot takes about 15 minutes. Okay? So I did not have hardly any problems after that. Okay? So I ended up, having a very productive day. Um, and I pretty much stuck to my diet. I was tempted, not to stick to my diet. Uh, I did cheat, right? I did cheat. I ate a payday candy bar. Okay? I did. Um, so, uh, the thing about the payday candy bar, though, it does have 6 grams of protein. 22, I believe it was 22 carbs, 22 grams of carbs. So it wasn't like a horrible cheat. Um, and then when I came home, I had a Greek yogurt and chocolate protein mix. my chocolate pudding, my protein chocolate pudding, and it was delicious. And so I'm still on track. Uh, Tomorrow, I'm gonna put out my new moon in Sagittarius post, and I'm also going to take a picture of my progress. I don't know if I'm gonna post it, but I am going to post it at least privately, because, like I said, the main reason, for this channel is, for me to uh, document my weight loss journey. And it is a spiritual one also, because, you know, not only are we what we eat, but, some of our habits, can, reduce or stagnate, our gifts. Okay? I did want to put this video out because I just wanted to, that way I can just put it out there and forget about it. Like I said, I need to keep advancing forward. I can't be holding on to these weird ass memories. Another thing, that had crossed my mind was, I hear a lot of people who claim, that they're the empress, and it had crossed my mind that, if you don't have, loyal subjects that protect you, are you really the empress? Okay? Are you? Right? And we need to get over this notion that, if somebody protects us, then we owe them. And it's just like, no, we don't owe them, right? Because most of the time, they're protecting us from other men, right? And other men need to keep other men in line, right? To think that a woman is supposed to keep a man in line, to me, they would neither need to be a child or totally mentally disabled. Anyway, let me go ahead and download this video because I want to. Okay? And yeah. Bye.